What am I gonna say? Hey, I was the agent for adult, you know, but I was. You know, so I didn't.
Recovered from the.
Filling the gap. There was one name.
Slept last night.
I was having a beer. She was like, hey, do you want to rent it? Well, I did send her, because I went to my message thread, right? And it was right there with an address. And I read it and she's still living there.
Yeah.
I reached out to the agent, I said, hey, I never get paid for this. And, I never got paid for this, and I was the agent here, my name, all that, my client name was Scott, and they were yesterday. Hey, we should apologize, I did some agent, yeah, I never did get paid for that, the co-op, it was $300, I'm like, why would your agent not reach out to somebody was listening, you know, this guy said, yes, I did. She did tell me, I said, hey, listening, so it's still a Texas company, broker, whatever, but they are affiliated here or whatever. She said, I didn't put you down as major because you didn't help me. I said, I didn't show it to you, but she said, I don't care. She told me, so that's what I did. But, and he said, which is the, broker agreement, you know, I said, I don't know what you think about that, I mean, and I don't have to pay for him sign, just like this people do. I said, I don't have to send you my W-9 and you can. Make the check. And then. I don't have flavors, so you have to run all night. But I don't have it. Just like this one, I did. And he said, I had it, but he's never. I don't have to pay. I don't. They have their W-9 and they. Just like this. Hey, y'all been there a while, right? I'm like, yeah. So I don't
So I'll look for it, but yeah, but my husband will get like, it does have a. First, that you like the butter and yeah. Somehow that's oh, no, I feel like I haven't been here and. That's what I just said. Oh, look at that.
That's my neighbors.
Sounds like I'm thinking like. That's good.
Hannah, would you like an antler?
Antlers.
Yeah, I like red left, sorry.
Okay, we have an amazing breakfast today. Good morning. We would love to invite you up and introduce yourself. If you don't mind, thank you for the breakfast. And I do love me a good chicken biscuit, so thank you for that. Come on up and introduce yourself. Thank you for coming. Good morning. How are you?
I'm Michelle Gray from the Products Group, and I represent Ward's Crossing, and I'm also here to tell you about Ward's Crossing and waters. Briefly tell you about that.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, yeah, absolutely.
So Waterside's been open about 2 years now, and we're about to open our river lots. So just wanted to give you a little tidbit about that. You know, this first quarter of 24, probably starting around 1.4 million. It's really custom finishes for your buyers. And like that. This.
What price point was it started?
Probably around 1.4 to start. We're finalizing. We just opened our amenity package. We have pickleball courts, river trails. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Waterside, you can see, but it's a beautiful amenity package. Master thing. And also, we just opened, did you have a question? Go ahead. We have, Ward's Crossing, that just opened up next to John Creek High School. And we've got one more, single family available that will be ready in the fall of 24. 6-bedroom, 5 bath, just over $1 million for those. And then, 2 different kinds of townhomes, 3-story townhomes, one of which you can add an elevator. Which is, that. All of those will be ready for delivery. So we've got Ellington there, that's actually, it's a 2-story with a bonus on top. So if you have a family, maybe that has teenager, college age, something like that, it's perfect bonus for sure.
You speak a little louder, please. Sorry. How many townhomes do you have left?
So over at Workshop, so we just opened those up, first quarter of 24, we've got, I think there's 12 Jacobson, which can do the elevator, and they've got about 15 elements. We appreciate you guys letting us, barge in on the meeting. And, please, let me know if y'all have any questions. I left some flyers for y'all, so you can check that out and come see us.
What's the amenities gonna be over at Ward's Crossing?
Jacobson. What is that? That we have it at Waterside and so at yours.
So what is the amenities at, Ward's Crossing?
Amenities there's a pool and a dog park.
Okay.
Yes, what we got.
And they did a nice, return far down the road on that also.
That's such a private community as far as access to in and out and things like that. They did a good job with that. We're excited about that community. We're still at the early stages, but we'll have all that operational probably by the end of 24.
Can I ask you a question about Waterside? Sure. Are they still planning to build a building for the back on the river? Because of the,
So that's what I was just talking about. We'll have 13 river lots for 24. We're going to release 3 the first quarter of 24, probably starting around 1.4 million. Then they'll get to go to design and choose all the finishes.
But no, I think she means an amenity down by the river.
Oh, yes, our amenities are open down there. We have river trails.
right, but I thought they were gonna be building like the,
You're talking about like assisted living.
high rise, assisted living building and stuff.
So that'll be phase 3. We've got 3 phases out at Waterside. We're just starting phase 2. So a couple years down the road, but it will have an assisted living and independent living.
Thank you.
I did an inspection at Waterside and they built a quality house, just as you know.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Great. Any other questions?
I got it. So is the phrase age in place, the new phrase for 55+?
That is, yes, that is one way to say it. So that phase 3 will get 55 and over. Different way to say it.
Adult community, 55+. Age. I'm aging where I'm in my way.
So phase 1 and 2, anyone can purchase of those.
Great, any other questions? Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Okay, who has some gratitude for us today? It is December.
Starting tomorrow.
You're close. Listening day is always a good day. Congratulations. Any other gratitude? We gotta have some gratitude.
I want to thank everybody who came to the holiday party on
It was so
Wednesday.
good.
It was so fun.
It was so fun. We had an amazing time. Thank you guys for putting that together. That was so great. So great.
Grateful to you, all the staff here. It was awesome. Thank you.
It was so great. Thank you. What else? Who else has some gratitude?
Dina. This is Tracy.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Tracy Sholin chiming in here, but you don't want to see my video right now. But I am super excited this season because I have few listings coming up that I already have contracts, and I think another one today that will all go live in January. And that's a first for me, having
That is awesome. Nice job.
over this crazy, seasonality that's not really seasonality right now is how it feels. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
That is so good. Getting into action always causes results. So great job. Couple more. Any other gratitude? Yes, sir.
As we wrap up this year, I'm just grateful for all the agents here who brought me work this year and helped me with my business as I helped you with yours. I'm grateful for that.
Love that. Love that. One more.
Yes, I had a closing yesterday and I just want to thank Hunter for helping us get to it because my buyer was very skeptical and he walked her through every step of the way.
All right. Love those. Okay.
We still have a little bit of time for the season, season beginning, right?
We do. We still have another week to fill the pantry or donate to Peachtree Farms or to Family First. Lenny Pozo has the wish list for Family First. So if you would like to contribute, let us know. If you don't like shopping, we can always spend money early because we love shopping. Amazon has food pantry one this morning, ordering special money for the vendor, so a lot. If you're interested, definitely not for.
So scan the QR code and that'll go straight to the wish list for, the co-op food bank needs. What do you like to do? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, who loves this moment? Getting into action. Let's talk about getting into action. Who's had some success when we get into action during team meeting?
Where's Tanaya today?
Tonight. Tonight.
She sends out the text every time we ask her to, and by the end of team meeting,
She has
got
something.
it.
Yeah. So we're gonna all take out our phones. We're gonna all take out our phones. And we're gonna text 3 people and we're gonna take the thought process out for you. We've even telling you what to say. And we're gonna say this, Happy Tuesday, this is Dina with Keller Williams Chattanooga. I'm so grateful for you this holiday season. I wanna thank you for your support throughout the year. How are you and your family? I would love to meet for coffee in the new year. Are you available first week of January?
Or whatever
Oh,
day.
yeah. Or happy to try out out of the way. So,
Tuesday, any day.
yeah, just to give you an example, some of my coaching clients, I know you guys know I'm also a coach for math. And we actually took a calendar for December and crossed off, hi cutie patootie. And we took a calendar out of December and we can do this. You guys can do this super easily. Because December, as it's winding down, we all have days that we want to be with our family. So you guys can print out a blank December calendar. and cross off days that you intend to be 100% with your family, right? Do a big X with red marker, whatever. And then half days, you're like, I wanna be with my family, or I'm gonna go to a play, or I'm gonna, do a soccer game, whatever. I know you're not doing soccer games in summer, I'm just playing, right? So do half strikes on days that you're gonna have work. The rest of the days, you're gonna be all in with work, and you can count them. Most of the days that were left were maybe 10 to 15 days for my other clients, right? My coaching clients. And so those days you're gonna fill in with purpose, something you were going to do to intend to build business for January. And so they did things like this. They texted, they called, they did intentional activities to create appointments for January. And guess what? Their January calendar has already filled up. What would it look like if every month, and actually some of them actually did this for January already. They printed out blank calendars for January and did the same thing. So then you have no guilt for the days that you're with your family. And you have no guilt for days that you're intentionally working in your business. So what would it look like if on those days that you're purposefully filling in, hey, I'm going to do this. You text people, you text 10 people in your database and say, this is what I'm doing. Hey, I'd love to get together for coffee in the new year, which works best, first or second week of January. And you start filling up your January calendar with appointments to catch up. And you use the forward conversation, which is, how's your family? How's your occupation? How's your business? How's work? Do you have any plans for business or for vacations in 2024? What are you working on that fills your bucket? That's the forward conversation that a lot of us know, right? And then what do? They ask about what? Your business. How's real estate? How's real estate? Isn't it terrible? And then what does that do? That gives you a moment to do what? Actually, it's really great. Why do you ask? Why do you have an opportunity to do something in 2024? Why do you ask? What can I help you with? Right? You flip the script. So, sorry for that coaching moment. And what would it look like if we all did that for December? I know it's December 12th. And what would it look like if we all did that for the rest of December to fill up our calendar in January? Would that be good? Would that be better than it could be? Probably. Okay, did everybody text 3 people? Yes? Okay, during the meeting today, if somebody gets a response or somebody gets an appointment, if somebody gets some kind of something, let me know. Okay, Renee, let's do ugly sweater.
Hey guys, so if you're interested in participating, we have 3 prizes. One from Onward, one from Kelly, and one from McMichael and Gray. If you're interested in participating in the contest, please come up here. Or I'm gonna get all the prizes, whatever. Go.
Okay, this one is much easier than the Halloween. You have a voting sheet on your desk in front of you. If you're sitting out there, these people cannot vote. Sorry, that was worse. So I'm gonna go, it's just the top 3, okay? It's not first, second, or third, it's just the top 3 people who win. So I'm gonna have them go and hopefully you know everybody's name, but just in case, I'm gonna have them each say their name. And you can write the name in, the top 3 people that you want to vote for. Okay, ready? Anna.
Marianne.
Sandy. Dina. Sarah. Blanco. Rachel. Maria.
Cutest baby contest.
Well, right, maybe, you can get extra points just for bringing them in. Oh, wait, Rachel, wait a minute. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, that is.
And
really-
we have talked.
I have talked.
And Sandy has called Now we can show the features now. Right, good one, good. I'll provide, pick them up. And I think, you know. I mean, I like rice.
Yeah. I was in I have to sweater.
Oh, my God.
Well, just wanted to let you know about one final class that we're doing this year, this Friday, right in this room from 11 to 12. We're gonna do a final trivia class. So we'll have prizes, that's a lot of fun.
And I just wanted to say thank you all so much for a great 2023, and welcoming us into the Market Center. We really got to know a lot of y'all, but this is pretty much everyone in this room, and we really enjoyed that. So thank you so much for welcoming us, and we are excited for 24. And if y'all need anything, our emails are down here below. Y'all know where to find us. And to reach our whole team, it's awcn@mmg.law. That goes to myself, Emily, and the rest of our team. So we're looking forward to 2024. Thank you.
Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
So happy to be here.
How's everyone doing? First, can we get a round of applause for the marathon runner? This guy, and I'll be brief on this, but this guy trained and wanted to run the marathon in under 3.5 hours. So anyone who's ever ran a marathon, I've never ran a marathon, but doing it under 3.5 hours, it's under an average of 8 minutes, right? So 7 minutes and what? So yeah, he ended up 3 hours and 28 minutes. He was in the over a hat so I could watch, you know, his bib gives him the time. I'm like screaming in my car. I'm like, no, you're so close. Congratulations, a lot of hard work. It's awesome. Yeah, discipline. You know, you got a lot of discipline. You showed with that. So.
Which marathon was it?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Was that?
Wow.
That's next. You just signed up for the Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I got a long way to go.
For family reunion. So anybody who wants to join us, we'll be doing that.
We're doing the 5K. We're doing the 5K.
It's a very cool race and run on the strip in the evening, so. The evening is very-
Do it. If you want to do it, let us know. But thank you, I appreciate it. So for the rates today, they've remained unchanged, right around 7.125. Still kind of balancing out today, not too much activity in the mortgage market today. The forecast from the MBA over the next 2 years is to have rates reach the low sixes in 2024 and to actually reach the low to mid fives in 2025. So great news on that outlook. Again, we think it's a great time to buy a house. You can refinance once the rates come down. Home prices are going to continue to go up. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, there's PPI inflation and initial jobless claims, which could move the mortgage market, but probably not too significant until the end of the year.
Absolutely. And talking about now being a good time to buy, just outside of rates being higher, less competition, I found a stat I thought was interesting. So Adam Data Solutions analyzed 47 million residential sales over the last 10 years. And they looked at value of the houses compared to what the sales price was. And they picked an actual day on this. So the best day to buy is actually January 9th. And the worst day to buy is May 28th, as they paid the highest premium. So obviously, we're not trying to have a client close on May 9th, but what it tells you is right now in this season, this is where you got those clients that are trying to get a deal. This is where they're actually going to get one. So I thought that was interesting. Other piece I wanted to touch on was appraisals. We're still getting rescue deals that are coming in. I looked back at the deals that we have closed. We have not had a short conventional appraisal in 10 months. Not a short appraisal in 10 months. Yes. But we're getting, I mean, listen, we love a rescue deal. Any potential deal that we can get, we love it. But starting the process out for your client and not having to potentially have a deal blow up because the appraisal came in $25,000, $30,000 short, and starting out with us knowing, the values that are close to being there, our appraisers will get there, they're local, they know the market, they can turn appraisals around in 5 days. Very important. We had 2 appraisals that came in the last 10 days. One was $60,000 over value, the other was 30. So our appraisers are doing their jobs. Just keep that in mind. Don't shoot yourself in the foot and let your client shoot themselves in the foot with going with a big bank or Rockets or, even some local lenders that don't have everything.
We have our last class coming up of the year tomorrow. Leslie Peters is coming for a CE from 10, starts at 10 a.m. ends at 1. We are serving breakfast of yummy bagels, fruit bowl, that kind of good stuff. So we hope that you guys will come in the morning for that. So that's it.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
That's me this morning. Okay, as promised, I've got some trivia with a little gift card. Okay. Who knows what the purpose of insurance, all kinds of insurance is? Home insurance, auto. Protection. What's like the ultimate goal?
Indemnify the insured.
That's a good answer. So the purpose, yes, indemnify is absolutely a correct answer, but at the end of the day, it's to make the insured, who is the person that has the insurance, to make the insured whole again. To bring them back to the state that they were at before whatever happened. So yeah, just a little basic, little education, and a little gift card trivia this morning. We would love the opportunity to serve your clients, serve you guys, auto, home, small business, life, umbrella, all of the things. So if you have any questions, please reach out and let's help. Perfect.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. All right, so I think one of my most favorite things about this time of the year is the movie watching. Anyone else really just love Christmas movies? Lucy and I were kind of talking about some of our favorite movies, and specifically, if these movies were to happen today, how short the movies would be based on if modern technology exists. we just have a couple examples. Number one, I think is, who likes It's a Wonderful Life? That's a great one, right? And I thought like, man, like if just GoFundMe exists in that world. Really do think that like we're ready to get the funding to agree on it.
A little Venmo for now.
Yeah. Just kind of, like that.
Home Alone, a little ring camera, home security, how much would that save in just, work this way?
Yeah, yeah. And then this one might be controversial, but who thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Like, I'm gonna say, like, an entire building of terrorists just to get to the top of the building to radio in for help. Like, if there was a smartphone at all in that building, I'm gonna be moving over immediately. So, it's really fun to kind of like watch these movies and just go like, okay, I enjoy this, and yet, like, if this exists today, like, what a dumb piece of obvious technology to just solve all these problems.
Yeah.
And then I tie it back to like today, what's that dumb piece of obvious technology that you're not using? That if we're gonna look back on it 20 years from now, by the way, like, who knew that, I'm gonna really get right tomatoes from me. Who knew that like Elf turned 20 this year?
They did it, really?
But if you look back and like, okay, what obvious piece of technology do I need? I just want you to know that like, there's something out there. We're here to help you, whatever that may be. Don't be the McAllisters. Have the piece of tech that's gonna like just save your life or family or Christmas. Cool. And then lastly, just want to say thank you. It's been a really great year for all of us. Really appreciate it. Lucy and I have the really blessed privilege to meet with so many of you on a regular basis. So we love what we do. We thank you, and wish you all happy holiday and Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you. That was great. I was thinking, wouldn't it be great to do a trivia on what Max talked about for January?
$20. Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a surprise in my chair for a giveaway.
You're not there. Good.
There's an empty chair. Right out there. It's right on the side of you.
I'll get your favorite towel.
I think it's
Me and my little sister.
Here, we got it, we're good. I guess it's. All right, we got cleanup and aisle 3. We are good. How about we just move?
I was about to say, what you just wanted to share. Switch here. We're good. Okay.
Okay, well, all of that promotes another one all the way.
It's very exciting.
It was very exciting. That was a surprise. Our guest.
Our guest.
Lori, Laura's almost again.
I'm there.
Thank you. Well, so you're welcome.
That was fun, that was fun. So real quick, I was gonna say, wouldn't it be great to do a trivia to our clients, because we're gonna have some fun things moving into the rest of the year, moving out of the rest of the year, to be able to reach out to, from what Matt said was, hey, who knows what the best day to buy a house is? And, you know, do a multiple choice. Wouldn't that be a great conversation to our, wouldn't that be a great conversation to our clients for that?
Yesterday, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't know the answer.
Well, now we do, right? Isn't that great? Okay. All right. No, you're
Grandpa's talking.
They got so excited, they just. Okay, so I don't have a lot to say to you anyway, but I had some strange things happen, because everybody's not experienced, right? So somebody called me yesterday and said they can't get into January, the new forms. Well, nobody can get into the new forms because they don't start until January first, so be ready that you've got your dues paid. So on January first, you're not gonna be, look, we can't use the contract, what are we gonna do? It's the weekend, nobody will listen to us, that happens almost every year. So remember, you gotta get your dues paid before the first, so you can use the forms January first. So I certainly want you to do that, because we gotta write our contract, right?
Forgive me for being confused about this, but, I tried to get my dues paid, and they said, guard said that they don't send out, it's renewed on my anniversary and my birthday. With the National Association of Realtors, the guard doesn't have a form for it, and I said, that doesn't make sense to me.
You just have to pay the board, which board you going to?
Neymar, Joe.
Your name
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Neymar.org.
But the guard lady said there's no, dues for us.
Right, exactly, they're paid through your local.
Well, why wouldn't you say go to your local?
Come on, Joe.
I'm just happy.
Oh, good, remember, I guess I should have. Local board.
And it's cheaper if you do it early.
And then there's some changes, there are a lot of changes in the contract this time. And I know Ashley's giving a flash real soon. When's your class out?
It's on Thursday from 10 to 1, this Thursday.
It's kind of important because there are lots of changes in the contract, which are gonna be important to you. So one of the changes, which probably isn't or shouldn't be so important, is the safety of the house. When you list a house, walk around, see what could be not safe. Because actually, I had a listing one time in Horseshoe Bend, and I hired somebody to help me with an open house while I was having an agent open house. And there was a step down into the family room. She tripped over that, broke her arm. You know, things like that can happen. Of course, at the time, nobody had ever addressed that problem. And the person that fell was my sister, so that made it worse. Because she has reminded me for years that I had operated unsafely. I just thought you might want to take a chance, take a look around when you're listing a house and tell the owner you see something. But we're not responsible for this new contract, which is great, but the owner is responsible. So let them know if you see something that could be a hazard to people who come in to see the house, so that you can make it as safe as possible. So that's all I have today. And hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. And I might do that.
Yeah, and everybody needs to be at the contract class because this talks about the compensation change specifically. So definitely everybody be here for that. All right, we've got some MMO conversation. Who knows what MMOs are? Something about cheating. All right, so we're gonna just chat about some updates here that we've had. And I know we do that pretty regularly, but we're gonna see some changes that the market has done based on seasonality and based on what things have been happening in the market. And some are pretty significant that we haven't seen lately. What?
Like seasonality, like what's that? That maybe.
Oh, you're right. What? Seasonality? We haven't seen that in a while. So let's just take a look real quick. What is nice is look at 2016, and I know we've talked about this before. 2016, the median sales price was 243. Look what the median price is now.
I can see that.
440. Can you get see it?
I'll make it.
Okay, do we need to make it a little bit bigger? All right, is that better?
Yeah.
Can everybody see it? Okay.
Don't let them make.
Okay, so 440, that is a $200,000 increase
Wow.
in 7 years. Did I do the math right? 7 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is a huge increase in value. So when somebody says, is it a good time to buy? I don't know, is it? Real estate is always going to be a great investment. Right? And this is a great example, and that's why taking this kind of sheet to a listing appointment to show year over year, especially that kind of market analysis in a snapshot is so great. Look at the month supply. Even back then, the month supply was 3 months supply, and now it's 2.9. Even when it's a little bit more seasonality that we're kind of chuckling about, it's still a little bit less than it was in 2016. That's why things like this are just fascinating to me, because it's what perspective. It's always perspective when we look at it in view of other years. Now, here's the difference that we really want to take a look at is active listings. This is when we're feeling it, right? When we have active buyers that are looking for property. Back in 2016, there were 11,512. Now there's 7,573 active listings. That's a big difference. That's when we're starting to feel like, gosh, we have an active buyer and they just can't find what they're looking for. Well, yeah, there's fewer homes available. There are fewer homes. And the numbers sold are 2,573 versus 3,855 in 2016. And that's gonna be correlated to the price of homes, right? Supply and demand. This is the conversation. This is why we need to be the experts in the market to be able to have this conversation with our clients. And the median sale to list price ratio is 97%. 97.7% versus 96.3. Now, what is your sale to list price ratio? Does everybody know? If you were to go in right now to a listing, do you know what your average sale to list price ratio is? Raise your hand. Everybody? You'd have to.
We're running from the, that neighborhood, but.
No, to your business. To your business, can you say, hey, on average, my sale to list price ratio is 102%, or 100%, or 99.9. For my business, this is what I net for my seller clients, this is what my average is. Why would that be important? Right. That's right. And in comparison to the market, if your average is 101, guess what? You're outpacing the market. Is that a good thing? Yeah, you're gonna net, if you're at 101, you're gonna net your client 3% more. So when we're talking about compensation conversations, and they say, well, you know what, Mr. Seller, it's your choice. Based on the new contract, compensation is your choice. This is what you get to decide, if you want to offer compensation to the buyers. It's your choice. The neighbors down the street are offering this, and this one is this, and this one is this, it's your choice. You can choose to pay out a compensation. On average, my average is this, and you know what, there's a really good chance that I can net you more than most agents in the area. So it's a great chance that if you list with me, that's not gonna be an issue with me, right? Is there value in knowing your numbers when that's not even an issue, that you can net them more? When you list with me to sell at this price, at this compensation, it's better to have a different conversation than commission compensation. There's, in the absence of value, commission and price is always, right? This is a super important conversation to know, to have a really good dialogue for you to be able to have with your seller. Okay?
So when I say something like I recommend offering a compensation for the buyer and agent, so that we are in front of
More buyers.
more buyers, which will net you a higher price with my strategic marketing plan, my 8-point strategic marketing plan. So by listing with me, my average is 101.5 versus the average in the market of 97%. So if you list with me, I can net you potentially more than if you were to work with another vendor that is offering less commission. However, you're taking home less money. That's 4% less versus the 3% that I think that you should offer.
That's right. Yeah, and get very comfortable with that conversation, right? This is the other part, that I wanna just bring up. How many people are getting calls for, hey, I'm an investor, I would like to find, homes that I could maybe get at a deal.
Good deal.
A lot.
Very bad, the insurance calls.
Yeah, I mean, a ton, right? So there are 1.4% distressed sales in the market right now. 1.4. So, Mr. Investor, when you say you're looking for a deal, what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
It's a really good question to have. A good deal meaning a distressed sale, because we're gonna be digging at the bottom of the barrel. Or a good deal meaning you just wanna buy real estate to rent. That's a different conversation, right? Back in 2010, 70% of the market that I was working in was distressed. Okay, great, let's go buy something, because there's a ton of it available. It was not a problem. And I knew my numbers, but right now it's 1.4. So for all those calls that you're getting, all those texts that you're getting, you need to be super clear about what the percentages are to be able to have that conversation, so you're not wasting your time.
Right.
Okay, great, I'm gonna be looking for, how much time are you spending looking for properties that are just not available, right? That's why I wanted to bring that up, because I know how much they're out there. Oh, no, I want a deal. Well, okay, call me maybe later, because this is not gonna be available, right?
So what I usually get is people want to buy off-market properties.
Right.
So the point is, if they're gonna buy off-market properties, then we should list those properties, because the seller will make more money if we list the property.
Yeah,
So that should be your conversation with the seller.
yeah. Yeah, and that's why I say, tell me what that means to you, right? Is it a distressed sale, short sale, foreclosure? Tell me what that means to you. Because it means different things to different people.
No,
Is
my new answer is gonna be, let me see if I can find it real quick. If you want an off-market deal, let me show you where it's at.
Yeah, there you go.
It looks like it's gonna be somewhere between $2 and $3 million.
There you go.
16% between $2 and $3 million.
Actually, above 3
So
million.
I'm gonna go find that off-market listing for you.
Actually, above 3 million, 71.1%.
That's where it's at.
There you go. You can actually find a really great deal above 3 million.
Page 5 of the.
Yeah. Can you believe that? 71.1% of properties above 3 million are distressed.
Crazy.
Yeah, when we saw this, we we're like, oh, okay, let's go find some $3 million.
Stress, all you got is not selling, it's, been market too long.
Well, it depends. Define deal to me, right? When you have an investor, so Joe asked a great question, distress, what does distress mean? You have to ask questions of your potential buyers, right? Define what a deal means to you, define what distress means to you. So
But that's really true, because we had a buyer who was looking at a house, which is priced at 3.975. And they were like, if this gets closer to 3 million, I want to go look at it. And I'm like, let's go look at it and let me negotiate. We closed at 3.1.
there you go.
$800,000 less than when
$875,000 less than was listed. So yeah, so if you've got a buyer in that price range, go look at those houses, because you can get a deal.
That's it.
All right, but again, how does this chart define the stress? Not as.
It's fail. No, it isn't fail.
It's fail.
This percentage is fail. Total distress is 0 on this one.
I think
This
this
is
is trying
fail.
to define like bank owned.
Yeah, bank owned REO, short sales. No, failed.
$3 million
Failed listing. Failed listings is what we're saying.
Off-market listings, you know, get that tag, you know, what I mean, off-market listing.
But if you're looking for a deal, you're looking at that median sales price, original list price, which is that's an 80% discount on those properties compared to.
That's right.
everything else.
Correct. That's right. Yeah, if you want a deal, an investor calls you and says, hey, I'm looking for a deal. That's what you're gonna, to Terry's point, that's you're gonna be about 3 million or 2 to 3 million. Because at 68% or 71%, you're gonna get a better deal. Right? So define a deal, how much money do you have? Because I'm looking at a sheet right now that has all of the counties in front of me, and the deals are gonna be between $2 and $3 million. What you got?
How many we like?
How many of you want? I'm happy to go shopping with you, right? And here's the other thing. Here's the number of active properties based on price range. Y'all see this? Is it big enough for you? Here, how many people have $400,000 to $500,000 listings? How many of us have $400,000 to $500,000 or coming soon, 400 to 500? Well, so does 1382 other people, right? This is our biggest competition is in this bracket right here, active listing. So that's kind of like the common thread of the price point is right there. So when we go on a listing appointment and we say, oh, okay, great, where do you want to price it? Well, you know, if it's really a 375 listing, and they go, I really want to be right above 400. Really? Oh, okay, well, you know what? You're really gonna price yourself right outside of the market because you're competing with the majority of the public based on that number, right? This is why pricing is so important when you know the market and you know that property's value, especially looking at this.
So this chart, I just moved it down to the next chart, because this really shows exactly what that means. So in that 400 to 500 range, there's 1,382 listings. If you price it correctly, you're gonna get 100%. If you miss the mark, you're getting 93.
This is my favorite one. I say that about several. But I like it so much because of this. But look, from 150 to 200, all the way down to $1 million. If you price it right, you're gonna get 100% of your list price. If you price it wrong to $1 million, you're gonna get 91.9. And look, 80% at 200,000, you risk 20% of your list price, y'all. You risk 20% by not knowing how to price your list. But look at it. Know the market. I mean, that's how important it is to do some upfront homework and know what you're doing when you go to the listing appointment. And if you don't, you're playing with people's money. I mean, 20%. And you think, oh, it's a 200,000 listing. It's okay. It's not a big deal. 20% of 200,000 is $40,000. Got it. Okay, 20% of 200,000 is $40,000. It's Russian roulette with somebody else's money. I get super passionate about knowing what we're doing with somebody else's money. And if you guys aren't equally as passionate about that with people's money, it's gonna show up, and that's the reality of how that is. And that's not pretty. But this is great conversation when you're at a listing appointment. Okay, you wanna test the market? Okay, let me just look at what that looks like for you. Can we look at that for a minute, Mr. Seller, Ms. Seller? Let's just pull this up and let's see what it looks like. Oh, no, it's really important that we price it right. It's really important that we do the right thing. And we price it right because your money is at risk. And I don't want to play with your money. Is that okay with you if we price it the right way? So that we don't risk losing you $40,000, is that okay? What seller's gonna say, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind losing 40 grand.
And for my buyer's agent, I love the same chart for the same reason, when I'm like, I have to negotiate. Like, unless I can negotiate, I'm not gonna do multiple offers, 100% is not my thing. Then we're gonna go over to this category and great. We're not gonna look at any listings that have been on the market for less than 60 days. Because if they've been on the market for, now our median days on market for 100% is 24 days, excuse me, 10 days. 10 days, and it's 57, I don't know what price, but 57 for a deal, that's where we're going. Yeah, great, I get you a deal, I get you a deal all day long.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at the ones that have been sitting for a little while. Is that okay with you? I mean, we can negotiate and get contingency.
Yeah.
20 days in a financing contingency, we can sit at the middle. But versus if you leave town, then you're not gonna get the house. So, that's what your deal are.
Yeah, that's true. Cause this can work with your buyers as well. So that exactly when you can start negotiating for the property as well. That's
And we
great.
have a great one that comes out every, quarter in the chart masters that shows the chart of 100, 101, 102, 100, 193. So that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, let's look at your legal votes.
I am, they're coming on, I can't wait for.
There was one other one, not this one. That was a little bit confusing. Oh, this was the one that if you guys have it in your email, because you all do, you can actually click on it and it'll pull each county. So if you want to be specific to your county, you can click it and dig into Forsyth, Fulton, Gwinnett, whatever county you need, and then tailor it for the county that you're in.
And that's where you can get to be the local economist of choice, right? When we're going to Smyrna and we're talking about all the metro market, it doesn't really apply. Smyrna is a very different market than, let's say, downtown Peter. So if you go into, on the internet, all of our charts and all of our graphs are saved there. Go into the PowerPoint presentation and find this slide. All you have to do is click on this box right here and it will pop up. And you'll get a drop-down menu where you can go to any city that's covered in the MMOs, pull it up, and it will change this side of the chart to that specific area. So when you're presenting to your sellers in those areas, you're looking specifically at their area and bringing the economist.
All the MMOs are interactive with road chart.
There's only a
There's only a few
few
sheets.
that are interactive, and you'll see it, when you see this asterisk down at the bottom here, you know that you can click it.
Just click it and get it.
And it'll give you the
Yeah, I
directions,
did
click on the yellow box. and-
Or before I just,
Mhm.
you know, they.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
These ones.
No, that was important. Okay, there was a couple other sheets and then we can wrap it up. Oh, that's right, okay.
6 months trend.
So this is the 6 month trends, right? This is kind of like the snapshot. Like, if we're like, oh, okay, which way are we trending? Oh, well, you pull this one up, right? The active ones. Oh, look, did we see that we were getting more properties, more inventory? Do you guys feel that you got a little bit more inventory? Well, you're right. The trend is showing more. The pendings, does it feel like we're getting fewer pendings?
Yes.
It's trending down. The pending ratio, the sold ratios, we got less. And it says distress is going up, but I mean, the percentage.
We're going from.
We're going from 0
5 to 10.
to 1%, you know, it's not much, right? Failed listings is where it's really increased, right? What can you do to really protect your pending properties? To give you an example, I had on my calendar every Thursday for an hour, I time blocked, bulletproof my transaction. So build something around your calendar to protect the property. And I would, in that time block, I would call my attorneys, I would call the other agents, I would call the title company, I would call my client itself, you know, everybody around those pending properties to make sure that property pending was protected. So do what you need to do to protect that. And if you don't have a system around bulletproofing those transactions, it's not, you're gonna have more failed properties fall through, right? You need to, at one point though, you have so many pendings, because you will. You will, that it's gonna be more, you're gonna have to either build another time slot into it or more time allotted for that at one time. So build a system around it, if not, just the market around you is going to have more and more failed properties in your inventory. Supply months, that's more, right? Since June, 1.9 to 2.9. So that's gone up this year alone. And our median list price has gone down a little bit since June. And our sale price has gone down a little bit. That's seasonality. That's seasonality for sure, right? June is always gonna be higher price point than December for the most part.
So you're gonna get your best deal right now for the year.
For the year, that's right. And median days on market 24. Is that a lot for days on market? No. No, I mean, but it's really not. So, and so again, just, if you wanna just look at the trends, this is a great chart to just eyeball it real quick, snapshot it, right? All right, any questions about?
I think that's all we're gonna go over
Yeah.
today, but all of these charts are available in, like I said, on the internet. If you go to the document section, go to Chart Masters, they're there for the last 3 years. So you have access to all of the slides that Leslie and Andy go over, along with the monthly market overview. And we are super lucky as a market center to have access to charts like this. Not everybody has it.
Not every Keller Williams has it.
No, and we have a membership into Chart Masters in order to be the best kind of choice.
Is that what Leslie's classes on tomorrow?
No, her class tomorrow, I was thinking Chart Master, she does every quarter, they do every quarter. Tomorrow is time management with the 411.
Okay, yeah. And if anybody has not signed up yet for that, let us know, we'll put you down. It's super important to attend that class too. She's an expert. She's a KWRI trainer, approved trainer. So if you guys have not signed up for that, definitely take advantage of that class, and it's a CE credit as well. So definitely do that.
We've got so much CE on the calendar this month that you should be racking it up. We've got 12 hours of CE just in the month of December with great classes. So, so please come, if you haven't registered, will you do that? Will you scan this code right, this QR code right now? And scan and say that you're gonna be here tomorrow with Leslie? I'll leave that up there for a second, because I love, I mean, like I said last week, I teach everyone to Leslie is the master, so let's all show up and show out for Leslie tomorrow and get that free CE credit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
The 13th is tomorrow, and then the 14th is the business.
Okay. So business planning with Andy and Leslie is at North Atlanta on Thursday from 9 to 3. That's an all-day class.
Apparently, there's 100 people signed up for the business planning class,
That's right.
but only 17 people have ordered their books. And so the mornings for us of those classes, getting everybody's books printed as fast as humanly possible. So if you're coming to that and you're gonna want a book, you know, make sure you go ahead and get that book ordered either in color or black and white, so you can have it at the beginning of class for you.
And as Brian said, there's 100 people who signed up to get there early.
Yeah,
And sign up if you haven't yet, there's still
Yeah.
spaces, but get there.
it's gonna be a great class. Yeah.
And then also, next Monday, Sam and I will be teaching the 36 touch class. So I'll be going over the full marketing plan for 2024, along with what's available in demand and the new updated newsletter. I hear it's really, really pretty. I can't wait to get everybody on it. So come to the class on Monday, that's at 10 o'clock. And then following my class, which you will all come to, stay for Dean's class. I think this is phenomenal.
Yeah, we just, we've had several people come up and say, hey, we want to be part of a team, but what is a team? Maybe we want to be an agent, a single agent, we're just not sure. So, we talk about it and we're like, I think we need to have like a mastermind around that. what does it look like? What are the levels of team, individual agent? What does all of that look like? So we're gonna have a 4-part series on this. We're gonna have like just an info session on Monday, talking about what that looks like. What does it look like to be a solo agent? What does it look like to be a solo agent, to have a team, or to build a team? And then following that, we're gonna have another time, what is the next part of that we're gonna do? Like I think we're gonna do then like another part of, what did we say?
It's a mastermind.
A mastermind after that.
Then we'll get into the financials and the.
We're gonna do financials, and then we're gonna do a meet and greet with the agents that want to have a team. And then we're gonna do an all-out open house for agents that want to have people on their team.
So for everyone, for solo agents who are just curious, for those rainmakers who wanna build a team, start a team, expand your real estate business next year, or those who are thinking, maybe I need to be on a team. Just an info session of what that looks like and what the possibilities are.
Is there any doubt on that? Do you have a meeting on Monday? Next meeting on the next Monday?
No, that's
No,
just
just this
following
Monday.
my class.
This Monday is just an info session.
Yeah, but then there's the other session.
That's information.
Parkland.
You don't know when it's gonna be done.
We haven't put it on the calendar yet.
All right, it's Monday.
So just Monday is our info
What's
session.
that?
One to 2:30. Yeah, so we've had a lot of people ask about teams or versus individual, and we thought, you know what? We kind of need to talk about it first. So it's just kind of a informational kind of get together.
And then next, the last thing I wanted to mention is career day. You all received an email from me, so if you know someone who you think would be a great fit for our office or needs to get, or would like to get their real estate license, I'm having an in-person career day here on December 21st in the conference room. I'll be going over our K4 program, our scholarship for the Kaplan School of Real Estate, so you can get your real estate license for free through our program, along with what it looks like your first year in real estate and all about Keller Williams. So if you know someone who has mentioned maybe thinking about getting into a career in real estate, invite them to the in-person session. I think it's really awesome. It's a lot of information. So please, you've got an email with a flyer. I'll send it out again. And if you know anyone, just connect us through an email and I'll personally invite them.
Yeah, awesome. One more thing before we close up is we're sending out every week questionnaire on team meeting and on what you would like to see in the training. So if you have not already filled out, please send it back. Just take 5 minutes of your time to answer questions. Every week, we're gonna send it out as another reminder. If you filled it out, just ignore it. But if you haven't
But
filled it
that's
out,
only been 11 people.
that's only been 11, so most of you have not done. So please, fill it out and sign it, and send it back. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what's most important to you in classes, what you want to hear more of in 2024, what classes are important, what is going to help build your business. This is all about building your business in 2024, to build a life by design, okay?
All right.
All right, we're gonna go. Yeah.
Thank you. Responses coming up. So if we could have join us up here, Sandy, Rachel, and Terry. That is the cutest baby alive. We have 3 guests. Oh, and we're gonna go by the winner gets to pick the first, and then the second place, and then the third place. So our winner this year, drum roll please. Walk down the prize aisle, you may pick. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then our second place winner, drum roll. Happy winner. And our last place winner. Let's go, Rabbit. I appreciate all the people who voted, and make sure, let's all stand together closer. We're up.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right, thank you for coming over today. Thanks, guys.
I think it's already spent. Find out. Yeah. You are? Oh, you already know. Yeah.